is a renovation story 200 years in the making.
Wade in the water.
When I bought this house, it struck a nerve because here was a gay black man owning a plantation-style home saying that we can include ourselves where they have worked so hard to exclude us. The house was built in 1820 when slavery was still legal in many U.S. states. There are rooms in this home I would not have been able to step into. How beautiful that we actually get to wake up this space. That's life to me. I am Robert Hartwell. I'm a Broadway performer, educator, entrepreneur, and this is my White House. The house had been on the market for years. Everyone would see the sheer amount of work and be scared to death. When I walked in, I knew that I had found home. I want you to step into this space like your crown has been straightened.
Robert has never renovated a house. I don't think he knew what he was getting into. You literally have a river running through your parlor.
That's frightening.
This column is rotten. It needs to come down. It's very expensive.
$30,000.
$60,000.
I started getting mad. That's when I was like, I'm getting over this finish line and don't mess with me. I'm really gonna be living my best life in this house. Come on. We're not calling this bedroom a master because there ain't no master here. It's about drenching the place in color.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Wow.
When people come in, they realize I am royalty and I deserve to be here.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Breaking New Ground, coming to Max on June 27th with new episodes every week. You're going to not want to miss this, y'all, because I had the pleasure, the honor of checking it out. And it's just everything. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. And joining me is just the most beautiful person in the world, Mr. Robert Hartwell, as we go on this journey of him breaking new ground. Such a pleasure to chat with you, Robert. Seriously.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Queepy. And I just have to say, your enthusiasm and your hat on Make History Now, that is literally what this show is all about. So I can't thank you enough for that.
Definitely. Thank you, sir. Yes, I am one of the million, along with my wife and many of our family, that first saw your posts that went viral and sparked all of this in different ways. And just to see this journey is just... my wife just left to go pick up our daughter. She was like, I told her, because we were binging your show last night. We watched the first couple of episodes. She was like, please tell Mr. Hartwell that she's a Black woman. Thank you for the community, because we are living through you right now through this series. And as a gay Black man on top of that, just everything. I had to give the snaps.
That's honestly, that is why we created this. We wanted people to be able to see themselves, and we wanted people to be able to see what was possible and to celebrate. And I don't think that it's lost on any of us that it's coming out in the middle of our celebration of Juneteenth and Pride Month. And it's quite a blessing. So thank you.
Well, we are thankful for you. We're living through you. It's just so beautiful to see. And just watching this show, again, like I said, my wife and I had the honor and the pleasure, watching the first 2 episodes of the 6-episode series. And everybody, it's out now on HBO Max by the time this interview drops. So go check it out. With each episode, just, wow, we get to watch each room get built. And I lost my train of thought. But what I wanted to say is just that it's everything that we love with like home reno shows / finding your roots. For you to go on this journey and share yourself, what was just like the process of putting this together? Because I know you're also producing this and just also living a million and one other jobs and lives to fund all of this, which was also a beautiful thing to see because it's real. And we're so thankful that you shared all of that. What was that like?
You hit it right on the head. We wanted to do something groundbreaking with this genre. We didn't want to do a typical home reno show. We wanted it to have historical significance of what was happening in Massachusetts and in this country at the time of the 1820s when this home was built. We wanted it to obviously have beautiful design and construction. However, we wanted to be able to find where it is that my family comes from and what happens when a Black person who came to this country as an enslaved person finds out who they are, where they're from, what their family name is, and what do we then do next. And so, what I love about the show is that our intention was what was able to be produced. And that doesn't always get to happen. And so I love that there is something there for everyone, from the history buff to the home design like nerd to the person who is thinking about owning their own home. I think it does a really special job of giving something to everyone. And the process really for us was tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth. Because on so many home reno shows, you have this mythical budget, you have this mythical timeline. And we said, let's not do that because it's harmful to potential homeowners to believe that you could renovate a home for X amount of dollars. I wanted you all to know the exact numbers. Like those are not made up, you know, and also the timeline, because it is just, I think, going to really heal people, give them hope, but also give them a foundation of, hey, this is what to expect.
I love it. Yes, just so many layers that this is for everyone. I just think they're gonna completely enjoy it. Every time too, as we got to, again, we only saw the first 2 episodes, and my wife and I are binging the rest of it tonight. I was like, when is Robert gonna catch a break? Like each episode. But it's so beautiful and just so real, and we can all connect if you're a homeowner, just the trials and tribulations. Was there anything in particular, a specific room or an episode that, like, oh my gosh, I have to say episode 2, like that was a complete, I don't want to spoil for people, but like, just, was there any particular episode that you really enjoyed? I loved Paulette's parlor for episode 1, by the way, that we're going to get on June 27th. Just the meaning behind that was so special, because I lost family to COVID as well. And so that was just a beautiful story there. But for you, was there anything in particular with Breaking New Ground?
First, that's a beautiful question, because we filmed for well over 2 years this project. And one of the most special episodes to me is episode 4, because it deals with another loss in my life. And there was a lot of loss that happened throughout this process. I lost 3 family members during the renovation of this home. And every time that someone transitioned, a room in the home then becomes dedicated to them. And so in episode 4, you're going to meet one of my best friends who transitioned, and he becomes really the jumping off point for me to build a dance studio inside of the home. And so that episode is just, they're all very special, but there is something just deeply reverential and spiritual and healing in that episode. So I'm excited for people to get all the way through all 6 episodes that drop weekly, but I'm really excited for people to get to meet my dear friend Darius in that way.
Well, rest in peace to Darius. I can't wait. Just so beautiful. I know I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna get the top box of tissues ready because I'm an empath. So I know I'm gonna feel it, all the emotions. And crying is good for everybody that doesn't know that out there. Crying is good for you. With your sense of style, I loved your home interior designer, especially after episode 2 because of the whole oven thing. But I don't want to spoil in that respect. They'll see it. It also made me like think of like my own home, and my wife and I were talking like, man, maybe we should do some patterns. What do you think about the fashion senses, abilities that you're going to change and probably turn a lot of us out here to rethink our homes and maybe need to change a few things? What do you got to say about that? Because I'm about to spend some money, I think.
I say go and spend all your money, okay? If I can leave your listeners with anything, go and play because, your home is your sanctuary, and where you find rest is where you find your next idea, where you find your love for yourself, your love for your family. And so I am excited to see what ends up happening from people watching this show with the design of their home, because there is such a trend right now in beige on beige on beige on beige homes. And is that a really lovely aesthetic? Yes. But the Black experience, the queer experience is full of joy. It's vibrant, it's colorful, it makes you push with pattern, push with play, and that can't be found in beige walls. It just can't. And so I'm excited for people to get out there and also mess it up, because there were so many times in the design process where Courtney and I would just say, well, let's just throw it up on the wall and see what happens. And sometimes it would stick, and 99.9% of the time it would, because she's so talented. But also the times that it didn't, it was like, oh, wow, but we gave ourselves permission to play. And that trains your brain in possibility, and that trains your brain in, I think, the greatest gift that you can give yourself, which is a runway for what is possible.
I love it. Shout out to Courtney. I was loving her designs and everything. Just beautiful. They fit your fits too, because your fits in every episode were just immaculate, by the way. I was like, okay, I need to go shopping with Robert Hartwell. With this launching 6 episodes on June 27th on Max, breaking new ground, what do you hope people, you kind of already said it, but what do you also hope people take away with it in regards to looking into their background? Again, looking at their house, kind of shuffling things up, like you said just now, but also personally and for their mentals and all that, because it just left me with everything. This is such a beautiful series, Robert.
Oh, thank you. I know that people are going to walk away from this show and know that all things are possible, because this is not a show for homeowners. This is a show for people who are open to dream a new dream, and for people who are open to being inspired and open to being surprised, because sometimes what's behind the walls is not what you think is going to be behind the walls. And there are so many moments where we lift up a floor and we believe that it's the floor from 200 years ago, and then you lift it up and you realize, oh my gosh, this isn't original. But what do? You keep going on. And so I believe that this show becomes a blueprint for people on resiliency and on faith and on just continuing to take one more step forward.
Oh my gosh. I love you, Robert. You are just such a beautiful soul. It came through the camera, and just your journey. Again, thank you for sharing it with us. I want to know what you're going to do next. Like, I can't wait to go see you up on Broadway and come up with my wife. We actually want to go take a trip to the house, and can we just take a picture from right outside the house? You are everything. Everybody, Breaking New Ground arrives on Max on June 27th with new episodes every week. 6 episodes. You're going to want to see it all. It's so beautiful. Robert, you are a treasure. And I can't wait to see what you can do next. And please let me talk to you again to help promote all of that.
Don, I appreciate you, and thank you so much for your enthusiasm and your joy. And I can't wait to hear what you think when you get through episode 6.
Oh, definitely. Everybody, Robert Hartwell, Breaking New Ground arrives on Max on June 27th. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Thank you, Robert. You're the best. I appreciate you.
Oh my God.
Love it. Awesome. So, Jeremy, you're going to send me the recording?
Yes, I will send you the recordings after, and you can get started. And we just ask that you keep your chat box open.
Got it open. All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Robert, such a pleasure to chat with you.
It is amazing to be here with you as well. Thank you.
Definitely. All right. I'm going to count us in to help me with my edit because I'm putting the trailer right in front. All right. Here we go in a 1, 2, 3.